Welcome to our tutorial on utthita parsvakonasana and pravritta parsvakonasana. And yes, we have a baby outside, and so we're just going to have to learn to work through that, because when we do yoga, there's going to be numerous distractions, and we need to practice pratyahara, which is withdrawal of the senses and that connection to the breath and body, so that we can just be with ourselves in this mindful moving meditation. So, how do we get into our wide side angle? Coming to downward facing dog, tuck the toes, press back. And we're going to come up into our warrior two, but it's going to be quite a wide warrior two. So lift that right leg, inhale the breath, look forward to the hands, and step that foot through, turning the left foot down to the mat, and you can cartwheel the arms and come all the way up to your warrior two. So looking over the right hand towards enlightenment. Enlightenment lives over the top middle finger, just there. So to come into this posture, this asana, the first step we're going to do is take our right knee, our right elbow to our right knee. What we're going to do here is actually apply a little bit of pressure here to that right knee. The back left foot, the outside knife edge, and that whole foot is pressing in. We're pressing the hips slightly down and forward, so we're getting a little bit of a rotation there. That top left arm up and over the side, gazing towards the fingertips. So this is the entry level posture, because the next step of this posture, we're actually going to use the elbow to take the hand all the way down to the earth, while still maintaining that twist in the body, opening the heart space up towards the sky. So it's quite a deep posture here. So I'm just going to come out of that for a moment and just show you an adjustment with the block. So if you're coming into from your warrior two, elbow into the knee, and the hand can go onto the block and reaching up and over, and that actually gives you the opportunity to look at opening the heart space to the sky. So with the gaze, what we want to do is take the gaze to the elbow, and then the eyes follow the forearm all the way up to the fingertips. Inhale, coming all the way up, back into warrior two. Straighten that front right leg, and you can turn it all the way up, being careful of that block, turning it and coming into your warrior two on your left hand side. Again, pressing that outside knife edge of the right foot into the mat, knee tracks over the toe, gazing towards enlightenment over the top left hand. Elbow into the knee, hips are down and forward, arm up overhead, gaze towards the elbow, and eventually all the way to the fingertips. So if you're going to come down into the second variation, bringing that hand all the way down to the mat. Now, to exit, you can actually take both hands down to the mat, step back, and take a vinyasa. Pressing back to downward facing dog. Stepping forward, inhale, lift, exhale, forward fold, inhale, coming all the way up to the top, hands to heart center. So our second variation of this posture, you can see how we can move through with the flow in this wide side angle pose. So the second variation, you can even step it just from your center of your mat, turn your right foot out. And this time, because we're going to actually revolve this posture, we're going to come into a crescent lunge to start. So you can bring the hands to heart center. And our crescent lunge requires us to bend into that front knee, make sure that that heel is underneath the knee, that the knee's not all the way pressing forward over the toes. You should still be able to see the toes. And you're tracking towards the midline here. Elongate through the back leg, hands to heart center. So where we want to go is we're going to hook that left elbow into the right knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and take a twist. Dropping the hips down, pressing the back heel towards the back of the room, and lengthening through the body, taking the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Inhale, coming back to center. And you can take that back to your warrior two. So I'm just going to show you a slight variation on this posture if you're struggling to get into that revolved twist, because it can be quite a challenging posture. So let's come back to our crescent lunge. What I want you to do is take the knee down to the earth here. From here you can bring the hands to heart center. It's going to make it a little bit easier to lock that left elbow into the knee. So I might just change sides for you so we can see what's going on, twisting to the other side. So we're going to step that front foot out. We're going to inhale, lift through the chest. And as we exhale, we can actually bring the whole armpit down to the knee so that you're getting that revolved motion with the upper body. Tucking the toes and then lifting up into the posture. The final expression of this posture is to lift and lengthen the arms, gazing towards that top right hand. Exhale, taking the hands down to the earth, and you can step back and drop the knees to the earth, or you can take a vinyasa. So there we have our wide angled side pose and our revolved side angled pose. I will see you on the next tutorial.